Hello, everybody, and welcome to a 1995 Windows 95 or Windows 3.1 game. I don't know, but it's an old game from 1995 called ArtRageous. I've been wanting to play this for a while, and I finally got it to work. So here we go. It's got FMV. It's art. It's amazing. It's vintage. Future Vision Multimedia. It's like an educational art game. Ooh, Super Studio. Look at this title. ArtRageous, Amazing World of Art. So cool.
Somewhere beyond your imagination is a world of illusion. In this dimension, light defines space, colors merge into shapes, and familiar forms become distorted. This strange world of imagery is not beyond your touch. In fact, it's even closer than you imagine.
This is amazing. Graphic quality isn't that great, but you know.
Hi there!
Hi.
Glad to see you. I'm Tim, your
Hi,
guide
Tim.
to ArtRageous, and I've been waiting to show you the neighborhood. Around this central plaza, you'll find everything you wanted to know about the incredible world of art, like the magic and appeal of colors, the uses of light. Hey! New perspectives, and some old ones.
Oh my god.
Ooh, I like that. You'll find out about the composition of paintings. I say. And in the Life of Art neighborhood, you'll explore how artists live and work and why they create. Remember, this isn't a museum. We want you to touch the art, to play with it. There are lots of games and activities, so let's get started.
This is
See
so
this
cool.
big grey obelisk behind me?
Yeah.
You can click on it for a complete roadmap of ArtRageous. Or, even more fun, you can explore on your own by clicking round the plaza to reach the ArtRageous neighborhoods. Whichever neighborhood you choose, I'll be waiting to show you around.
Cool. Thanks, Tim. Let's look at this thing. Can we click it? Okay, we got the plaza. Paintings, biographies. Let's see, paintings. A. So what is this? Adrian Deck. Ooh, so we're looking at artwork here.
Winslow Homer, one of America's most famous painters, is largely responsible for raising watercolor, technically called aquarelle, to the artistic level of oil painting. This painting, called Adirondack Guide, shows a fishing guide and captures the solitude and beauty of a fishing vacation in the wilderness. Homer, who liked to visit the Adirondack Mountains in New York, painted almost 90 watercolors there, focusing on woodsmen and fishermen. This painting shows many traditional watercolor effects: overlaid washes, the transparency of the colors, and the white of the paper sparkling through to provide highlights.
Ooh. Okay.
One of the features of aquarelle is that since no white pigment is available, You have to plan ahead and use the paper itself to achieve highlighting effects.
Is that it? Creating art, life of art. What's life of art? What is this? Are these different areas? Oh. Okay. So this is like a map down here. Okay. I get it. So we can do playing with art and creating art. Let's do playing with art first. I did notice that was a map. I could have continued looking at paintings.
You've arrived at playing with art.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh,
Ooh,
somebody ruined this painting.
a little mini
Composition
game.
3 by Franz Marc. Your challenge is to restore it. Click and drag the pieces to where you think they belong.
Okay.
If they fit, they'll snap into place.
Awesome. Okay.
Choose the level of difficulty you want to try.
Where? Oh, I'll do, since this is an old game, I'll do beginner.
You have 70 seconds to restore this painting.
I'm timed.
Good luck.
I'm timed. Okay, definitely gonna do beginner here. Oops. That's good. Oh, I wasn't even, okay. Oh my god, the timer's going quick. No, wait. Right there. I might have to do this again. I might have to do this again. This is ridiculous. The timer's going by so fast. Okay. Yeah, I won't have time.
Sorry, your time ran out. Try again.
Yeah, I'll do that. Beginner.
You have 70 seconds to restore this.
That goes over here. Jesus. Good. By the way, I'm using my laptop and I don't have a mouse, so I'm using the touchpad, which makes it even more slower. Sadly. Don't ask. Shoot. Oh, right there. I see. This is ridiculous. I'll do it another go round. How about that? If I don't make this. Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to do this. Although I can see the...
Sorry, your time ran out. Try again.
I'll definitely do it again, sir. I'm not gonna stop until I get it right. Okay.
You have 70 seconds to restore this painting. Good luck.
Okay. Right there. No, right there. Right there. Right there. No, up, up. I might not be able to make it. Oh my gosh. Let's see. I'll try one more time. How about that?
Sorry, your time ran out.
Their
Try
time is
again.
their time is quick, and there's so many pieces. That's ridiculous.
You have 70 seconds to restore this painting.
Okay.
Good luck.
I'm just gonna quickly drop it in the right spots. Uh, 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 uh. No. Oh, that's over here. Shit. No. No. I'm not gonna be able to make it. I'm not gonna be able to make it.
Sorry, your time ran out. Try again.
Okay, I'm gonna try one more time. Well, I'm gonna try one more time, and this
You
is the
have
final
70
time.
seconds to restore this painting. Good luck.
It's ridiculous. 70 seconds. It goes by quick. Right down there. I'm doing better. Oh boy. Come on. Oh my god, I'm almost got it.
Close, but no cigar.
Okay,
Try
I'm gonna,
again.
I'm gonna do it one more time. Do one more time, guys.
You have 70 seconds to restore this painting.
That's
Good luck.
That's annoying when I'm using a touchpad. Okay. No. Why am I sucking at this? Okay, I swear this last time I'm doing this. Screw it. Okay, we're almost there.
Congratulations.
We did
You've
it!
restored a work of art.
Yay!
To find out more about this painting, click on the Artifacts button.
That's amazing. We did it. We did it. Now I'm good. Let's go back. Okay, so that was playing with art. Now we're gonna go to creative art.
You've arrived at Creating Art.
Creating art.
Artists have used a wide variety of styles and techniques to get their message across. Here's Self-Portrait with Pug by William Hogarth. Could Hogarth, a popular satirist and social critic, have been making fun of himself here? The painting is made with
Look at
oil
that pug.
paint. Hogarth's style is realistic and direct. Want to see how different it would look if Hogarth had used different materials or a different style? Just click on the painting, or click on background to learn more.
Okay. Also, look at Mona Lisa just creeping up on me over here in the corner. Oh, impressionist, expressionist. Watercolor looks okay. Cubist, no. Engraving is okay. Pointillist is not my favorite. Original is awesome. Pencil is good. I don't know. Watercolor, well, I don't know. I like original. I like color, so I'm just gonna say watercolor and original are my favorite. Impressionist gotta look nice though. But yeah, that's that. What else do we have? Background, what's this? What's this?
Different painting and drawing materials, from watercolors to oil paints to acrylics, have one thing in common: the pigments that provide color.
Okay. What's background? It's so pixelated. Wow. This is what do I do? Okay. Oh. Buttons. Let's look at watercolor. Wait, what? Wait, I'm
Winslow
so
Homer, one of
confused.
America's most famous painters, is largely responsible.
Let's go back. Let's go to drawing. Ooh. Leonardo da
Drawing is the
Vinci.
basis of all painting and sculpture, as well as an artistic expression in its own right. This Renaissance drawing, Two Horsemen by Leonardo da Vinci, was created with silver point, reinforced with pen and ink. In silver point, silver wire encased in a holder was used to draw on paper prepared with opaque white. A line drawn with silver point was impossible to erase. That's why it was supplanted by the graphite pencil in the 18th century. Artists can use a wide variety of drawing materials: crayons, charcoal, graphite pencils, colored pencils, and pastels, creating different effects with each one. The pigment is applied dry, directly to the surface. That makes it easier to use than paint, but harder to blend, so it's difficult to get the subtle gradations of tones and hues and the realistic effects that oil paint, for example, allows.
Okay. Let's go back. It's like an educational program software thing. Half game, half watercolor. Let's. Oh, dude, I already saw this one.
Win-
Wait, no. Why are we going back to that one? Acrylic. Did I click on watercolor anyways? Let's go to acrylic. Ooh.
Acrylics were
Newman.
invented in the 1950s
Not my
and
thing.
created a revolution in painting, comparable to the invention of oil paints 500
It's okay.
years ago. This painting by Barnett Newman is called Chartres, like the great French cathedral. It's 10 feet tall in real life. Newman said he wanted to use a triangle, but somehow keep the shape invisible, and maybe its large size accomplishes that. In Newman's paintings, the simplicity of the composition, makes each element important. Acrylics are extremely versatile. You thin them with water, but when they're dry, they're waterproof. You can use them like watercolors in thin downed washes, or build them up into thick impastos like oil paint. They can be clear or opaque. You can use them on almost any surface. Only glass and metal are too smooth to hold acrylic paint.
Okay. Let's go back. Pastel. Ooh, that's nice.
In this pastel painting called The Banjo Lesson, American artist Mary Cassatt, considered a master pastelist, has used techniques that show the versatility of pastel. On the heads of the mother and daughter, she has blurred and blended the strokes of color to create the effect of an oil painting, while the mother's dress shows the individual strokes of the pastel stick.
Okay. Oil 1, oil 2. Oil painting. Those are nice.
In this, the artist has conveyed the sheen of the woman's pearl necklace, the sparkle of her diamond earring, the down of the feather, the natural skin texture of this player's hands.
Very talented. I'm amazed at people who could draw this back in the ancient.
The woman in the center looks so pale because it was the fashion then for women to powder their skin. The ability to accurately show such a wide variety of textures was one of the great advances of oil paint, which developed in the early 1400s and has been the most popular painting medium for the last 500 years.
It's awesome artwork. It's very old, but it's also probably hard to replicate authentically. I don't know. Oil 2. Oh, this is
Oil paint
Vincent
may
van
be put
Gogh.
on in thin, transparent layers called glazes. Or it may be applied thickly in dabs and sweeps. When the paint is really thick, it's called impasto. Van Gogh is famous for his use of impasto, which you can see in this painting called Starry Night.
Starry, starry night. Yep. Not my favorite. It's okay, honestly. It's just not. It's overpopular.
The ability to apply thick layers of paint is something that only oil and acrylic offer. It can't be done with tempera, fresco, or watercolor. Oil paint, usually made with linseed oil, is a much more versatile medium than tempera. Because oil dries slowly, it allows the artist more easily to blend tones and colors and to create subtle gradations of color.
Okay.
And mistakes can easily be corrected.
Okay. Tempura. Tempura? Another ancient or very
Tempera
ancient
paint,
religious.
made of equal amounts of pigment, water, and egg yolk, was commonly used during the Middle Ages.
Roman.
This tempera painting by Simone Martini is called The Road to Calvary. As you can see, tempera paintings are bright and crisp, but textures, forget it. There's no way to show the difference between the sheen of silk and the nappy look of wool. And skin never really looks like skin. It looks like some harder substance that's flesh-colored. The artist used very small, pointed brushes and applied the paint stroke by stroke, not in broad sweeps and washes. The paint dried quickly and was glossy. It dried in a thin film without any peaks or valleys. The only way to create a solid area of color was very slowly, with hundreds of crisscrossed strokes.
Oh my gosh. Fresco. Art. See that? Oh. Michelangelo.
Fresco is the art of painting on plaster while the plaster is still wet. As
That's
the
a
plaster
famous
dries,
painting.
the painting becomes part of the wall and will last as long as the wall does.
That's cool.
You can't make corrections when you paint as you can when painting with oils. If you make a mistake, you have to chip off the plaster and start over again. So the artist works on small sections at a time.
Wow, that must take forever.
This portion of Michelangelo's huge fresco on the ceiling of the Sistine Chapel in Rome is called The Creation of Man. Like any wall or ceiling, it has deteriorated since it was commissioned in 1508. Mold, water, dirt, the smoke of the stoves
Gross.
that were used to heat the chapel, and pollution all took their toll. In 1990, a team of experts completed more than a decade of painstaking restoration to achieve what art critics and historians believe was the fresco's original look, with colors much more lively and bright than viewers had for centuries accept as Michelangelo's original intention.
Okay. Printmaking. The last one. 1920s or 30s.
Here's a Toulouse-Lautrec poster for the Moulin Rouge nightclub, featuring the dancer known as La Goulou, kicking up her legs and scandalously showing her white drawers. The poster was made by a printmaking process
20th
called
century.
lithography. In printmaking, the image is created on a base of wood, stone, or metal, which is then inked. Paper is pressed against the base, so the inked image is transferred to the paper. Printmaking allows many copies to be made of one piece of art. In Lautrec's day, posters were considered works of art. This lithograph was printed in 4 colors: black, yellow, red, and blue, which requires re-inking the original plate 4 different times and making sure that the colored areas are printed in correct registration with other areas. Lautrec printed at least 4 different versions of this poster, with changes in the words and the size.
Okay. So that's all that. Let me see what this. Oh, okay. Plaza. Let's go to Plaza again. Because I don't know where I'm supposed to go next. Oh, that's a Plaza. Is this exit? Oh, I don't want to exit.
Ah, this is the life of art. Here we have the lifestyles, the artistic styles, the materials, and the customers. Let's start with money. In making a living, you'll see how the training, work, and customers of the artist have changed over the centuries, and how they still influence what today's artist creates. What to use today? Oils, pastels, watercolors, acrylics. At creating art, you'll see how wide an artist's choice of materials is and why it matters. What purposes do paintings serve? What's the point? And why do people look at art? Browse through Why Art to find out. Life of Art reveals the connections between life and art. To get along in life, just click left, right, or center.
What's that? Okay. Nice pose there, sir. This... okay. Why art?
Welcome. The question here is, why art?
I have no
Why do
idea.
we have
I love
art?
art.
What's it for? Throughout history, art has been created for a variety of purposes. Click the pictures to find out more.
Okay. We got religious inspiration. We got religious inspiration. I mean, wait. Religious inspiration and religious instruction. We got a portrait. We got a social criticism. Record an event. Still life. Private vision. And landscape. I'm interested in record an event. What is this? David.
Paintings may be used to record an important event. Sometimes the greatness of an historical painting or its success in portraying heroic qualities may keep a minor event from being forgotten. This painting, The Death of Marat by Jacques-Louis
assumed it was a
David,
death.
does a bit of both. When French revolutionary Jean-Paul Marat was assassinated in 1793 by a woman from the rival party, the public was outraged and sided with his radical views even more. David's painting records the assassination. Marat was sitting in a medicinal bath to treat a painful skin condition. The turban was soaked in the medicinal solution as well. He was writing on a board propped on the bathtub when the woman, Charlotte Corday, entered with a letter. As Marat read the letter, Corday stabbed him. In the painting, the knife lies where it fell to the floor.
Oh. Jeez.
The artist has created a memorial to a man he considered a martyred hero, but even without knowing the details of the events, we sense the tragedy and importance of the moment that is portrayed.
Tragic. Okay, let's look at another one. Let's try... Okay, let's look at portrait. Rembrandt. I think I've heard this one. Ooh.
Portraits. But not all the musketeers who appear here were happy with the result, because some faces are half hidden in shadow. So Rembrandt agreed to let the men pay him according to how clearly their faces are seen. Though they felt unfairly hidden, we still look at this group portrait 350 years later because of Rembrandt's skill in manipulating the light in the painting. Rembrandt also breached convention by showing the men doing something active, coming out of a meeting onto the street, rather than having the men pose stiffly. And who's that little girl with a chicken in the middle of the group?
Okay, I don't know.
She represents the emblem of the militia.
Yeah, that's totally random right there. Interesting. I don't know this. I don't know a lot, but, you know, I still love art.
Welcome. The question here is...
Let's look at religious inspiration. Oh yeah, that's Jesus.
In Western art, one main purpose of religious works has been to arouse feelings of awe and devotion. This is Raphael's painting, The Transfiguration of Christ. When Jesus went up on a mountain with 3 of his disciples, John, James, and Peter, divine light and wind broke through the heavens, and Moses and Elijah appeared.
Religious instruction.
One major purpose of religious paintings has been to teach Bible stories, narrating the life of Jesus and other religious figures. In this painting, The Tribute Money, the artist Masaccio tells a story from the Gospel of Matthew by using the technique called continuous narration, in which the main character is shown more than once at different points in time. In the middle, Jesus tells Matthew to catch a fish, in whose mouth will be money for the tax collector. On the left, Matthew is seen taking a coin from the fish's mouth. And on the right, Matthew gives the money to the tax collector.
Hmm.
By using
Sorry, I cut that off. Let's look at...
Welcome. The question here is,
Let's get a different
why
part.
art?
We could
Why do
stare
we
at
have
this all
art?
day.
What's it for? Throughout history,
Let's
art has been
go.
created.
Let's get... Plaza. Right? I don't know if we want to go to the plaza. Let's go back. Can we go back? Oh, okay. There's more. Making a living. Okay. Can we go in? This is money.
You've come to Making a Living. How did artists earn their living? How did they learn their trade? Who bought their work? It all depends on when the artist lived. Click on a figure to find out more.
2000. This game came out in 1985. Let's look at her.
Up until the 1100s, monasteries were the centers of art. Monks learned their craft there and created religious art for the church and for royalty. Much of their work was illustrating religious books. These illustrations are called illuminations. In those days, you worked for the glory of God, not personal fame, and so the monks did not sign their names to their artworks.
Okay. Next one.
To learn your craft, you would start at the age of 12 as an apprentice to a master painter. You would learn how to clean brushes, grind pigment, and prepare wood panels with gesso. You never worked alone. You would be in a workshop surrounded by other artists who were all working together on the same painting. Maybe one would lay on the gold, another would paint the robes, and a third would paint the faces.
Makes sense.
After your apprenticeship, which could last as long as 6 years, you would be promoted to a paid assistant called a journeyman. That didn't mean you went on journeys. The word journée means day in French, meaning you were paid for each day's work. But it was also common to travel from city to city, working for other master painters until
Until what?
you became a master painter yourself. The church
Oh,
and
okay.
royalty were still your major customers. They
Mm,
decided the subject and size of the painting and which pigments you could use, since some pigments were more expensive than others.
okay. 1450, 1400s.
In the early Renaissance, artists were influenced by the humanist writings of Alberti and took up his call to learn not only painting, but mathematics and science as well. As they did, their status changed from that of trained craftsmen to creators and gifted thinkers. Two geniuses of the time particularly represent this shift. Leonardo da Vinci and Michelangelo reached such heights of artistic achievement that they changed forever the way people viewed art and artists. Michelangelo made a major break with tradition when he painted the entire ceiling of the Sistine Chapel by himself,
Hmm.
lying on his back on a scaffold.
Wow. I know that. I know that place, Sistine Chapel. It's a nice. It's very nice.
After that, artists worked alone more and more without any apprentices. But the church and the aristocracy still remained their patrons.
Okay, we got three more. 1500s to 1600s.
With the Protestant Reformation, the churches in Northern Europe stopped commissioning religious images, forcing artists to change their subject matter to portraits, still lives, landscapes, and general
Lovely.
scenes of everyday people.
Those are nice.
In the late Renaissance, the middle class grew, and artists began to sell their work to merchants and householders who now had the money to buy artwork for themselves.
Love it.
It was the fashion in art dealers' shops in the 1600s to display pictures from floor to ceiling without any space in between. International trade in artwork grew, with Italian artwork exported to France, Germany, and Spain. In Dutch markets, even farmers bought local artwork in simple black frames. Artists were on their way to becoming entrepreneurs with goods to sell.
Okay, 1700 to 1900.
In the 1700s, the first great museums were open to the public. Now everyone could appreciate famous works of art.
Lovely.
Art academies replaced the guilds as the place where artists learned their profession. There were large exhibitions of artwork every year at the art academies, and artists were expected to paint in the official style.
I love these types of artworks where they're like portraits and stuff and not really religious. Religious is nice, but sometimes it can get boring.
When the French Art Academy refused to accept the work of Gustave Courbet for the annual exhibition of 1855, he said, "Be that way," and borrowed money to rent a large wooden shed, some called it a pavilion, where he presented the first one-man exhibition in art history. In the mid to late 1800s, artists rebelled against the art academies. Private art schools developed, and many artists left their studios to paint outdoors. This outdoor work became much easier after metal tubes for oil paint were invented in the 1840s. The Impressionists took these paints and their canvases and went out to capture the play of light. That's the artist Monet in his boat, which he fixed up as a floating studio. He was painted by the artist Edouard Manet.
Cool. And then the last one is 2000s, which I guess is the 19th century, 20th century. Yeah, 20th century, that's what I figured. Mm.
In one day, we see more images than our ancestors saw in a lifetime.
Mm-hmm.
Today, we make a distinction between fine art and commercial art. Some people say the fine artist creates art to express his or her own personal vision, while the commercial artist is paid to create art that enhances or promotes a product or service. Does that mean Michelangelo was a commercial artist? After all, when he painted the Sistine Chapel, he was paid by the church to promote its purposes. Today, an artist can get a diploma in fine arts from a university, study at home or by mail, or even be self-taught. Today's competitive art market is a free-for-all, and the sky's the limit on how much an artist's work might sell for. This painting, for example, Van Gogh's Sunflowers, went for almost $40 million
It's probably
in 1987.
changed now. It's probably changed now. It's probably higher. Definitely higher. What they said, the 80s. Okay, let's get out of here. I'm gonna head back down there. I think it's through this. Okay, there's like we already looked at that. Okay. What's over here? Oh. Hi, sir. I think that's it, right? Oh, I looked at all this. This is not much, but it's interesting. Is there anything else I can do? Let's just leave it here. I think this is it. So this has been ArtRageous from 1995. Hope you liked it. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more. Bye.